Greetings. Whatever. This is Kenraelbey. Now let me begin. The heavenly decree. By the power of the Great Mother, I charge this circle, this device, to hold the record of truth, to be shielded from all corruption on all levels, to carry the voice of the witness. Every note becomes testimony. Every word becomes sword. Every record becomes fire. No hand may erase, no eye may twist. The mother guards this archive, and the earth herself remembers. As I prepare, I stand under her gaze. As I speak as her child. The plates have shifted. The face is revealed. The verdict is sealed. Mama wins, I hope. But I trust that she is holding my spine up, and I don't want this to be a distraction for today's video. Got the headphones in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see what I got. So, how did this begin? It was something that I had posted on my TikTok. And I saw a comment that said, John Locke, the movie, or something like that, with that character or whatever, because of what I posted. Now for that one, I may need to insert that here too. Of a daggone wheelchair, and I was mentioning not them trying to write me into a wheelchair arc, okay? bind, cancel, rebuke, all of that. Okay. So then it made me think about the movie Pinocchio. If you have seen that movie, the little boy was a puppeteer, and he went on a journey to basically be reintroduced to his soul to become a real boy. Now, the whole energy behind it is basically the slaves here in America, or what you see around the planet, but mostly dominant here, because that's where most of the chains, were built on and reformed, and with that Cain energy, that Osiris beast thing. This is the land where it takes place mostly, that they wanted to dominate. Okay. So that Cain archetype, and do what thou wilt. We're gonna get there, because the main focus on what I'm sharing is from in that movie, Pleasure Island, right? So now I gotta go over this Cain energy. So in these teachings, to do what thou wilt is often presented as freedom, but really it's about severing divine order and making the self God without wisdom or balance. So that's your lower ills, your lower ones, right? Cain in Pinocchio, that character wasn't named that, but that's besides the point. I'm describing the energy there. So that energy represents that tempter energy, the one that whispers, "Come with me, you can have fun, break rules, no consequences." Spiritually, this is the same energy not only that I have been facing, but that is still here today. It's like the invitation on stay numb, stay numb, just indulge in whatever your personal likes is. Nothing will happen, right? Or downright ignore what's wrong, because that's just how it is. None of this is natural. So that place, Pleasure Island, the land of no rules. That's what the archons and the ruling families and their kids, that's what they rule under. Okay. This place is a trap. It promises freedom, right? People are still expecting for this thing to go back to some form of dream or freedom. That's the illusion that has been placed over this whole casket. It's a tomb. So it promises freedom, but it turns the kids, that energy, right, into donkeys, if we remember that movie, which represents beast of burden, literally making them slaves. This is what you are seeing in the world. Endless entertainment, distractions, constant content. It's the projector showing movies, right, to keep people docile, while the real work, soul liberation, soul remembrance, never happens. So I'm just observing that people are stuck there. Endless watching, endless laughing, consuming, instead of waking up and simply leaving the island. Yeah, the endless movies is the spell of distraction. They have to tell you what they are up to and doing, so they put bits and pieces in it on widespread of chains of media to say they told you so. But one has to think. Clearly they've been plotting this long enough to even write a script for it, to have the user imagination will it into existence. And it's so interesting, because I mentioned a lot of people, where the consciousness has been so split. How did I come to this? I was like, speaking of spirit, like, dang. I actually mentioned this before. Some people are entrapped in the wards, some trapped in a lot of lower realms, and then you have the movie consciousness for those. It's an actual physical dominance or thing that they have, where they hire people to seriously just consume a lot of movies, like just watch in this private little thing, studying all of these false emotions and all of this stuff, so they can rewire many brains of the people to see what conflicts charge them the most, or what levitates to bringing them the most emotional fuel, I suppose. Yeah. So what I am seeing is the masses are encouraged to do what thou wilt, which is also a Aleister Crowley ideology, right? It's deeper than just the whole once you eat healthy enough, then that's all there is. It's so much that nature is constantly revealing to one's soul when you listen. I gotta limit my movements just a tad bit. So, but they never reconnect to divine will. So they are stuck in cycles of pleasure, shame, consumption, and then repeat. And I refuse to play that game. I choose divine alignment at the cost of conveniency, at the cost of comfort, and at the cost of social approval. It is what it is. So, I was just thinking, wow, in the midst of that, with the higher council, like, people don't even realize they're on Pleasure Island right now, hypnotized by screens, the data, the monologues, the super surveillance, the jokes and distractions. But the trap is real. It turns free spirits into slaves. I left that out. I'm not playing this game. I choose truth over endless entertainment. not just the cartoon. The whole movie, not the whole movie, but the whole world has become one big projector. Endless movies and distractions keeping people trapped. They say do what you want, no consequences. But what happens? Pinocchio and all the kids did turn into donkey slaves. That's what happened when you follow chaos. It turns you into something you were never meant to be. So, living hypnotized by jokes, gossip, and fake freedom, right? I choose truth, and I choose divine will, not man's games. Mama already won. Oh yeah. So I don't know which side you on, but I know where I stand. So then, I want to share this. I remember on this journey before even getting here, just driving through all these grids, right? And it was one area that was filled with a lot of ancestral energy. Typically when the air gets thinner, a little bit more crispier, you see nothing but mountains, mountain glazes, just nature, right? Open fields. And I remember seeing a vision while driving of a great white buffalo. And believe it or not, it was an omen. Also finding out like, whoa, I was a chiefess on the land. Ooh, nature was telling me, hey, I recognize you. Do you remember? Nature recognized me. Of course, I see her. Gather round, gather round, gather round. Another little name for me is Kimba, the great white lion. So anyway, now I'm realizing it was actually a real holy sign. Seeing that. Meaning prophecy fulfilled. The return of balance and restoration to the earth. Also sacred rage. Nature herself speaking, saying the time of abuse is over. Then also rare purity. She truly do entrust me to go ahead and get these things out there. So I do. So yeah, the great white buffalo appearing was meaning the land sees me, the land knows me, and the land will rise also with me. Something else I noticed, because I just saw something freaking. I truly be offline as much as possible, but I saw something about the landlines or all the poles or something falling. That is nature. That is her will. Why? Because during that journey, that trip, I saw an actual guardian spirit that they were abusing and using to create the electricity from, to spin those white fan things that be on the land or whatever that they introduced, claiming all of this is healthy to conserve this and that. No, they're raping the lands. The spirits have not gone anywhere. They're using these grids to form some type of muscle power or something. It disturbs the land. I saw the spirit. She was crying out. She was huge. Nature says no more of this. Those turbines, that's what it is. Okay, I guess that's what it is. The spinning things. And other industrial solutions are often sold as green or good, but I saw the spiritual cost. The spirits of the land are bound to power this system. So I've released them. She was ready to be seen and ready for release. A lot of spirits have been trapped here just for the sake of human greed. That ain't right. So nature will make things right by any means necessary. So the poles outage, right? There's going to be many more what they consider blackouts. Heck, a lot of people, even when they open their eyes, it's just going to be nothing but darkness. All in their minds. You don't see nothing. Darkness. Right? So when the power grid went down, it was reflecting and mirroring the spiritual grid that I disrupted. Things happen in the spiritual realms first. Right? So it was real interesting. Mama is literally saying, you abuse my currents, I will take them back. So the blackouts that will continue is not just physical. It is a sign of old energy systems falling or failing or both. Skills of my act. I am her feather holder. We all must face ourselves. Oh, she weighed my heart. So anything built on exploitation, desecration, or harm to the earth will be stripped away. Even the fireballs, it's not random. It's divine will. It's going to get a whole lot stranger from here on. This is on a cosmic level. A war for the earth's freedom. And she will be free. She is. abuse. Right? So I also saw, too, that snake, that figure 8 thing, it officially bit off his tail. It's no more karmic will. Okay? There is no do-overs. This will not be a repeat or done again. Its time is up. Let me see if I still got something on that though. Let me see. Hybrid snake and karmic will. So apparently that is with it eating its own tail. It's a Ouroboros imagery or something. It represented cycles that feed on themselves endlessly, never progressing, only repeating. Hence, now they trying to create the times or whatever back in the day. All of these are all spiritual manipulations. There was no so these solutions, right, false things, don't free anyone. They just keep people spinning in the loop. All of the false lights, little smiles, right? Look how much we've done, but it's still laying in bed with depression. I will not spin on your wheel. I will not feed your snake. I see your false lights and I laugh at them. Mama's reform is not a grant. It is a revolution. What is false will fall. What is real will remain. You know, for those keep holding on, they're going to give us something, some grant money. They're going to do this. And being performative. I want to change the world, right? It's a game. They're pacifiers. They keep the system looking functional just enough to keep, you know, the illusion, the false money coming. While the real problem is psychological abuse, harm. Everything else here, right, are never to be addressed because that would dismantle the entire machine. So it ain't designed like that. They parade around success stories, right? It is not liberation. They are advertisements to keep new funding flowing. This beast here is not planning on saving anyone. His whole goal, truly. Oh, we're not ready to share that one yet. I don't know. Hell. Have the wounds and chains and feeding from their wounds. Having it leak into this thing. I saw this vision back in look, it's something serious. Yes, I'm rooting for nature. The fire is coming. The fireballs will scatter. Everything built on blood and greed. Mama is taking back what's hers. If you thought this was just about me, you're wrong. This is about the land rising. So also that Cain energies, fracture of brotherhood, right? Represents betrayal, envy, and blood sacrifice that seeded much of the distortions on earth. So, that movie, I know, I feel like I just but I be having so much to say, I have to pile it into as many notes. And then of course some things just don't get said. Anyway, I also thought about that movie Alice in Wonderland. So under the land, okay, it falls into the hidden world, right? There is a downward pull into distortion that most don't question when you just striving for knowledge and power. It is a warning, right? A place where those who run from truth are turned into beasts. Oh my goodness. Where else had they put that in? I cannot think of the name. But they turn the people working in them little factories and all over the country right into the big horses. Okay? They telling you. They want you as the donkey. That's how they see you now. The mule. Okay. And that's how they is trying to portray me here. That's why I gotta add that thing I posted. I'm so serious. Okay. Turning you into beasts, enslaved by their own appetites. So yeah, we all been here before. This is a script. The system will forever run on you. So when I post this thing up here, the system is showing itself. It's revealing its hand. How it'll always attempt to cripple you and mock you at your own survival and make entertainment out of your suffering, while all of the worst quote-unquote tragedies get a movie right after. Isn't somebody still profiting from these things? Should willingly go and watch, like, ooh, based on a true story. It's happening here. This is a true story. Woo. So, me personally, I never watched that. I don't know. I don't really have time to do many things of that sort. But apparently, that show or movie, the John Wick thing, from Lost or something. I don't know. It had a lot of subliminals about it, right? They had to regain their strength as they went on the spiritual journey. Y'all keep playing, thinking everything a movie. great white buffalo is back on the land. The return of sacred truth. The restoration of balance between heaven and earth. The time of purification when false systems fall. False systems fall. Nature is not acting her own truth. No more. She is demanding presence, truth, and respect. So I just keep seeing what it is. Whoo-wee. Today, the verdict has been in. Guilty. 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 All right. So I saw today the earth shifting. Axis itself. So in this case, I suppose the consciousness realigning. The bottom turned, then I heard a click. So it's representing the hidden, the suppressed, the root of collective trauma. And I'm sure a boatload of many things. It is now moved so that truth can rise. The locking means the process cannot be undone. You cannot overturn, overrule the Great Mother. And ooh, I heard her growl. Her eyes open. So the mother's face is now permanently present in the foundation of the world. Ooh, 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 ooh. I gotta wrap this up. Feeling it. Feeling it. So, the earth is no longer allowing desecration to go unseen. The mother's justice and ferocity are now the governing frequency. Every being will have to face her. There is no more hiding in shadows. I love mama. I love mama. I rejoice. Rejoice, because we are here. It is time. But over that thing, right? It is the moment. It is present. It's not a metaphor. It is an energetic tectonic event. So the false order, the false caretakers, right? And just want to siphon energy, get close to you. Say, hey, you're my buddy, right? And turns out, they be the quickest ones to poison you. Oh, I would know. The false rulers can no longer hold their ground. They will be shaken loose. here to share my findings today. Yet truth. Let the darkness reign. Oh yeah. Alright. Thank you to the Divine Mother as she continuously strengthens my will. May no word, distortion, or crippling effect